welcome to a brand new live, and this time we're going to make this cute coaster. Welcome to a brand new live tutorial, and I'm so excited. So this time I'm trying to go live in 3 different places again. Fingers crossed it all works out. I'm going live on YouTube, on my Facebook page, as well as on Instagram. If you are on Instagram, I highly recommend you jump over to YouTube because you're not going to see the entire screen otherwise. So hop over to YouTube. It's youtube.com/Nikki's Homemade Crafts, and that way you can be part of the prizes, so that way you can see everything and you can see the full tutorial as well. So are you guys excited? Are you excited? I'm so excited. All right, so we're gonna get it started and we're going to go through. Let's talk about the agenda for today. So everyone is on board. Leave a comment down below. Let me know if you can hear me properly, if everything is good. So we're first going to go through this tutorial. Okay, we're only going to focus on the mosaic crochet part of it, not the envelope border all the way around. We're just focusing on mosaic crochet, otherwise it gets too confusing and the video tutorial will be too long. Okay, so we're making a small section of this coaster so you can see the repeats, okay, and so you can replicate it at home yourself. That is one. This one is one of the exclusive patterns in my brand new ebook, Mosaic Crochet Made Easy. Okay, it has 40 patterns, 15 tutorials, and 26 videos. We're going to talk all about the Mosaic Crochet ebook after the tutorial again, and the very last thing we're going to do after that is the prizes. Okay, I'm gonna give away prizes. You have to be on YouTube or on Facebook to see everything and to have a chance to win something. So you better show up on YouTube or Facebook. That's the easiest way for you to see everything, because I don't think that on Instagram you see everything. Do you? Okay, for those on Instagram, please let me know. Do you can see me horizontally or not? Because I see your comments. You guys tell me, can you see me horizontally or can you see me vertically? I want to know. Because if you see me horizontally, you're going to see everything. So then you're good. But I need to know. Please hold that in front of the camera. This. Okay, it sounds like you guys don't see me horizontally. On Instagram, if you don't see me horizontally, hop over to YouTube, because otherwise you're not going to see everything. Just saying. Okay, so hop over to YouTube. This is your warning. Okay, I'm going to go straight into the tutorial, and that way you can see everything on YouTube and Facebook. So let's do this. Okay, I'm going to swap my camera around. Okay, here we go. And I'm going to have all of this right here. So I'm going to have another version of this right here on the side. Again, this is on YouTube and Facebook. Okay, I'll leave this up in a second, but let's go through this first. Okay, just that you have an idea on how everything works. Sounds good? Okay, so I'm gonna hop here my handy dandy pen, so just in case I need to take notes. The very first thing is I want to explain to you guys, okay, what each one means. Okay, so we have single crochets. Okay, they're typically in the back loop only. Sometimes they're in both loops. I'll talk about that in a second. Okay, as we go through it, I'm changing up the pattern just a tad to make it easier for this tutorial. Okay, and then we have mosaic double crochet stitches. They have X's right there. Okay, and those X's mean that those are going down 2 rows. Okay, so they're double crochets 2 rows down. So we're not actually changing colors per se. What we're going to do is cut our yarn in the back and start over in the beginning. Okay, I added here 2 rows or columns, excuse me, 2 columns on each side, so that way you can also see the color changes happening. The actual original tutorial doesn't, or the actual written pattern doesn't have that, but I feel like it's easier for you guys to see it that way. Okay, so for this tutorial alone, I'm using bulky yarn because it's much easier to see on camera, but the actual coaster, okay, is made with cotton yarn, so because I feel like that's better, but you can totally use acrylic yarn. Again, I'm using bulky acrylic yarn for this tutorial because it's easier to see. Okay, are you guys ready? I'm using purple and yellow, so I know this is a little bit harder to see because I printed it out, which is why I have the other version, so no worries, okay? The quick reminder here, there's going to be black lines. You see it on the other picture a little better. Okay, these black lines are kind of separating our edge stitches. So we have an edge stitch here and an edge stitch here. I'm going to show you a few rows here just to get you started, and then you can finish it as big as you want, okay? So the multiple number is 4 plus 2 plus 1, okay? 4 is this length right here, okay? Those are 4 stitches in a row, then they repeat itself, okay? So, and then we have, oh, I just noticed there's an extra row column over here. We're going to ignore that. Or should I just add, you know what? I'm just going to add it for my little sample. Okay. Because I have have it on a picture. So that way I don't confuse you. Anyways. And then there is this section right here, starting from this point to this point. And that's the point that repeats itself over and over again. Sounds good? Okay. So you guys, I highly recommend you just follow me along as we talk about this. Okay. And you can crochet it after. It's much easier, okay? So let's do this. I'm gonna put my image up. So again, if you're on Instagram, you're not gonna see this image pop up here in a second. You need to come over to YouTube, okay? You probably don't even see my face. I have this feeling. So come over to YouTube if you're on Instagram, okay? That way you can see everything, because everyone on YouTube sees the pictures and sees my face also. Okay, so the graph here shows that we're going to have in the very first row just yellow. So that's what we're going to do. I'm going to do 12 chains for my little swatch, okay? You decide on your own how big you want your coaster to be. Again, the multiple number is 4 plus 2 plus 1, okay? So you can even do it in glow in the dark if you want. I see someone saying they're getting glow in the dark. Or are you talking about the pumpkin? Oh, that's going to be fun. Okay, the very first row, as you can see here on this image, again, you need to be on YouTube or Facebook for that. You can see that it's just single crochet. So if there's a pixel, okay, that has nothing in there, it's a single crochet. The very first column and the very last column, so the first and the last, I'm going to make into regular single crochet so that it has a little nicer edge, but you can totally do it in a single crochet in a back loop only. Okay, so let's do that. The very first row is easy peasy, okay? Even the second row is easy peasy. I'm starting from the second chain from the hook, okay? And I'm gonna just crochet 1 single crochet per chain. I like to go in a back bump. So let's do a little anatomy session here for a second. We have the front loop, the back loop, and you turn it around, and there's the little back bump, okay? So go into the back bump. It makes it look much prettier in the end. Okay, so I'm just doing here single crochets, 1 stitch per stitch. Okay, so let's just keep going. 1 stitch per stitch. So I know for now it's very boring because we have to do 2 rows of just single crochets, and then we can actually get started with the mosaic crochet part. That's just how it works. Okay, you need some foundation rows in order to get started. So I'm going to cut my yarn right here. I have a giant pair of scissors. I don't know where my little ones went, so I have a giant one. So there we go. I'm just going to cut my yarn right there, and I'll make a slip knot. Some of you guys were asking me what a slip knot is. This is a slip knot. It's a chain like this, and then you pull your yarn all the way through. That's a slip knot. Okay, done. We're done with the very first row. Woo, that was fast. Okay, let's go into purple. Okay, so for purple, I'm going to put my slip knot or my little loop here on my hook. Okay, and let's get started right away. Okay, let's see. I would like to see the envelope border too. I understand, but I don't think there's enough time for the envelope border in this tutorial. So how about I'll see if I can do that in the next few days. How about that? I think that's a good idea. So if more of you guys want to have an envelope border live, then I can do that. If not, I'm totally happy to just give you the link that I have on YouTube where I have the envelope border already. So I have a tutorial from the envelope border. I just didn't have one for the coaster, which is why I'm making it. Is that making sense? Okay, so let's get started. In row 2, let's look at this graph here for a second, just to get you an idea. I need you to completely ignore the colors in every pixel, okay? The only thing I need you to remember is Yellow is going to be the odd rows. Purple is going to be the even rows, okay? Otherwise, completely ignore the colors. I could give you a black and white image here and it would make the exact same result, okay? What I need you to focus on is the actual pixels. Do they have an X or do they not have an X, okay? So row 2 right here is in purple and has no X's at all, which means we're going to do just single crochets. As I just said, I'm going to do the very first and the very last stitch in the regular single crochet, okay? That's what I'm going to do. Regular single crochet for the first stitch, like so, and the very last stitch is going through both loops. All the ones in between, I'm going to go into the back loop only. That is very important because if you're not going to do that, you're not going to be able to do the mosaic double crochets in the next row. So we need to do all single crochets here in the center of it, all in the back loop only, okay? If you guys have any questions as I'm going along, you please let me know, okay? Let me know. Very important, because I am not a mind reader, but I'm happy to help you along if you tell me. And the very last stitch, again, I did through both loops. It just gives a little bit more stability. That's the reason I'm doing it. You don't have to. You can totally go into the back loop only as well, okay? So let me remind you again, I did the very first stitch in both loops, and then the very last stitch also in both loops, and all the ones in between I did in the back loop only. So again, I'm going to cut my yarn like so, and I'm going to pull it through, whoop, make a little slip knot there and tighten it up, and then I'm good. So we're done with row 2 already. Now let's hop into row 3, okay? So row 3 we're going to do again in yellow. As I said, all the odd rows are going to be yellow and all the even ones are going to be purple. Okay, so let's look at this graph here for a second, okay? I'm going to follow this graph exactly, even though you could make it much bigger, okay? So in row 3 right here, you're going to see that the very first stitch is a single crochet, and so are the next 3 after that. So the very first 4 are single crochet. Then you're going to see this X. The X means it's a mosaic double crochet 2 rows down to the exact same color, okay? So I'm going to show you how to do that. Then you're going to see again, there are 3 single crochets, and then there is another X, okay, and there's another single crochet, or actually 2 single crochets. So let's follow the graph exactly how it shows. The very first stitch, I'm going to do regular single crochets, okay, just 1 single crochet going through both loops. And now I'm going to do 3 single crochets just in the back loop only. So 1, 2, and 3. So like so, okay? Now let's do the mosaic double crochet, okay? The mosaic double crochet, so you're going to yarn over. So what a mosaic double crochet is, it's a double crochet in the front loop 2 rows down to the exact same color. So let's look at it. I'm going to use my fingers for a second to cover everything up besides the next stitch, and that includes both rows, okay? So if you're going to look at it like this, you're going to see that this is the next stitch, and you're going to go 2 rows down, so 1, 2 right here, okay, into the exact same color. There's a front loop left over, and we're going to go into that and make a double crochet. So let's do that. So go right into this stitch right here, yarn over and pull through. You already had a yarn over in the beginning, right? And all you're doing now is finishing up your double crochet. Done. You made your very first mosaic double crochet. You're going to completely ignore the stitch right behind it right there. Ignore it. Pretend it's not even there, okay? So now we're going to follow the graph again. There is 3 single crochets in the back loop only in a row. So 1, 2, and 3. So like so. And we're now going to do another mosaic double crochet. So again, you're going to go 2 rows down. So this is the next one, and then down. And you can call it 1 row down if you want to, but it's always confusing. So 2 rows down, we're going from 3 to 1. Is that making sense, right? So go through that front loop right there, yarn over and pull through. I already had my yarn over on my hook, right? And finish it up like a double crochet. Ta-da! Okay, and here I have another single crochet in the back loop only, and the very last stitch, as I said, I always go into both loops. just to have a cleaner edge. That's all. Now I'm going to cut my yarn again. Snip, pull that out like so. And we're done with row 3. So let's do row 4, okay? Look how fast this goes. It doesn't take that long. It's really fun. Okay, do you start the row with a slip stitch? No, there's no slip stitch in the very first stitch. No. So what I do is I put the slip knot on my hook, or the slip stitch, if you want to call it that way, but I don't call it a slip stitch. I call it a loop or a slip knot like this, okay? So it's on my hook. And I'm going to go through both of the loops here in the beginning, yarn over and pull through, and I'm going to finish it like a single crochet. So I think what you're asking for is, are you making a chain in the beginning? No, I'm not. There's no turning chain. There's no chain. I just start right away with the single crochet. Okay, there's a difference. If you are putting your hook in first and then pulling your loop through, then you're going to have to make a slip stitch or a chain, right? But I'm not. I put it on my hook first and then go into it. Okay, I'll show you in the next row what I actually mean, the difference of it. So you're going to see that this is much cleaner. There's no bulk to it on the side. This is it. Okay, so single crochet. So let's look at row 4 here. What do we have to do? So we made our first single crochet. The next one is a single crochet in a back loop only. Then we have 2 X's. Then again, 2 single crochets in the back loop only, 2 X's, 2 single crochets in the back loop only, and 1 more regular single crochet. So let's do that, okay? So we have here 1 single crochet done, 1 more single crochet in a back loop only, and now we're going to do 2 mosaic double crochets, okay? So let me show you. You're going to yarn over, you're going to go down to the purple. This time it's the purple because you're going to the same color at all times, okay? Yarn over and pull through and finish it up like a double crochet. Let's do that again. Go 2 rows down. See, I did my yarn over first. Go 2 rows down to the exact same color, yarn over, pull through, finish it up like a double crochet. So there we go. We made 2 mosaic double crochets, okay? And you can see we're completely ignoring those loops or stitches in the back. I have a solution for you, and maybe I'll do it later. If you guys really want me to do this, I can show you how to get rid of this flap immediately as you crochet. So, but you need to do a few more comments here. You guys need to share, so that way everyone can follow along with me. Sounds good? Okay, so we're now going to do the single crochet in the back loop only, okay? So 2 of them, so 1 and 2, like so, all right? And now we're going to repeat that, okay? So 2 mosaic double crochets, so exactly 2 rows down here into the front loop. Here's the first one, okay? That's the first mosaic double crochet, and here right next to it is the next one. And there we go. And 2 mosaic double crochets done. Now we're going to finish up the rows with single crochets. So we have 1 single crochet in the back loop only. Actually 2 of them, excuse me. There's 2 of them in a row. And the very last one is just going to be a single crochet. Just that's what I'm doing. You can totally do it in a single crochet in the back loop only as well. Okay, there we go. I'm going to make my slip knot, cut, floop, and done. All right, there we go. Would you guys like me to teach you how to get rid of the flap immediately so you don't have to do the negative stitch? I always hear people say, just do the negative stitch. The negative stitch is a little bit different because you have to do a catch-up row, okay? Well, I can teach you how to do it without a catch-up row. So just that you know. Okay, I just had to pull a little bit more yarn, so when I do my purple again, I'm ready for that. So let's do the yellow, okay? Let's do the yellow. And I can show you the differences. How about we do it on the next purple one? We'll show you the difference, so that way it's easier to see. Let's do yellow now, okay? Row 5. We're in row 5, so let's talk about it. We have a single crochet, then we have a mosaic double crochet, then we have 3 single crochets in the back loop only, mosaic double crochet, 3 single crochets in a back loop only, another mosaic double crochet, and a single crochet. Okay, I'm going to show you this, get rid of the flap, like instantly as you're crocheting it, so no catch up later, as you're crocheting it in the next purple row, so it's easier to see, okay? So let's do the yellow. As I just said, we're going to do first a single crochet. My first stitch is always the single crochet, okay? And then we're going to do, let me look at my graph, a mosaic double crochet. So yarn over, go 2 rows down, go find that front loop in yellow, yarn over, and finish it up like a double crochet. Then you go into the next 3 stitches. Just look at the graph. There's 3 single crochets in the back loop only. So 1, 2, and 3. Okay, like so. And now we're going to repeat that. Okay. Let's see. Just slip with my hook into the front loop of the... Yeah, you could do that, and that's exactly what I'm going to show you in a second. You'll see that. Okay. So here we go. We're going to go down again, do the mosaic double crochet like so. We're going to do 3 single crochets in the back loop only again. Okay, 1, 2, and 3. And we have 1 more mosaic double crochet like this, and another single crochet. So let's do 1 more row together. I think at this point it's very clear how the pattern works. Okay, let's just do 1 more row together. And I'm going to show you a little trick here on how to get rid of this flap. So the reason I'm doing it with purple is because I want to compare it to this one down here. So see that there was a flap right here. Okay, so let me show you how to get rid of that as soon as you work on it. Okay, so let me do that. So I'm going to grab my purple here. My apologies, I have a little bit of a yarn situation here. This happens when you have 2 colors going on at the same time. A little space to film. All right, let's start. This is row 6, our last row for this tutorial, because I want you to just understand it. Use this graph, take a picture of it if you guys like. Okay, I'm fine with that, so that way you can make your own coasters. So what did I say? Row 6. We're going to do 3 single crochets. The first one is through both loops. The next 2 is in a single crochet in the back loop only. And then we have the 2 mosaic double crochets, and then we'll repeat that. Okay, so I want to show you something real quick. Someone was asking me, do I do a slip stitch or chain? If I go through here first and then pull this through like so, then I have to make a chain, and then I have to make a single crochet like this. This creates so much bulk, I feel like it's ridiculous. And also the yarn is over here, and it's just too much extra. Plus, it saves yarn if you do it my way. So you're just going to put that slip knot on your hook, just like this. It's ready to go. You're going to insert it through both loops, yarn over and pull through. And now you're just going to finish it as a single crochet. So no chain or anything. Okay, it's much easier. Go the easy route. Don't make it harder on yourself. Okay, now let's look at it. We have 2 single crochets in the back loop only, so let's do that. 1 and 2. And now let me show you how to get rid of that flap immediately as you work on it. There are a few different ways on how to do it. I'm just going to show you one way, okay? Or maybe 2. We'll see how I feel, okay? So let me show you. So if you're doing the mosaic double crochet 2 rows down, so let's do that. Okay, we're going to start with it like this. Okay, and this is so far the unfinished version. So what I like to do is you're going to go now after you did the unfinished. So you have 2 loops on your hook left. Okay, mosaic double crochet. You're going to go into that back loop here in the back, yarn over and pull through. And now you have 2 options. Okay, so one is you can make it as a single crochet from the back. Okay, so yarn over and pull through all 3. Done. I call that the anchored single crochet. Okay, because it's anchoring it with a single crochet in the back. You can also do it slightly different if you feel like that's what you rather do, is go in, yarn over and pull through, and then yarn over, pull through. That I would call the anchored slip stitch, because you're not really making a stitch back there, you're just pulling it through. Okay, whichever one you want to use works. Okay, it doesn't really matter. Sometimes you want that single crochet look in the back, right? You probably have seen that before. If you want that nice single crochet look, then make it as a single crochet. Okay, if you rather do a slip stitch look, then make the slip stitch look. It really doesn't matter. The idea here is that you're connecting it to that back loop and therefore not having a flap. So let's do that one more time. Okay, so make an unfinished mosaic double crochet, then go into the back loop, yarn over and pull through. Then you have 2 options, either as a single crochet, yarn over and pull through 3, or as a slip stitch and then just pull that loop through. Okay, so it looks like this. I'm going to show you actually how the difference between it in the back. Let me show you how it looks like if you do a single crochet version. So like that through both 3 loops. See, it looks more like a single crochet, and this one shows a little bit more of the yellow. So here you don't see the yellow. Here you do see the yellow. So personally, I like the single crochet version. Yes, it's a little extra yarn, but it's worth it for me because that way I don't see so much yellow. It's actually purple in the back, okay? So it's much cleaner looking in the back. But if you don't care about the cleanliness and you just want to get rid of the flap, then do the slip stitch version. Doesn't matter. Sounds good? Is that making sense? Did that help you guys? Okay, let me do that again. So we have 2 single crochets in a back loop only. So 1 and 2, there's no fancy stitch here. We're just going to do single crochets in the back loop only. Okay. And now in these 2 stitches, we're going to do this again, but this time with the single crochet version. Okay. So that way we're getting rid of the flap. So here we go. Make an unfinished mosaic double crochet. Go right into that back loop. Yarn over and pull through. You have 3 loops on your hook. Yarn over and pull through all 3. So again, you can easily exchange any mosaic double crochet into the anchored single crochet. That's what I call it because there's an anchor in the back. Okay, you're anchoring it with a single crochet. That's the idea. Okay, are you going through the back loop of the stitch under the DBL? What is DBL? Are you talking about the mosaic double crochet? Yes, it's the stitch right behind it. Let me point at it with my hook. Okay, it's easier to see. This is the front loop we're going into. Then we have the next stitch in yellow is front loop, back loop. I'm going into the back loop of that yellow stitch after I did my unfinished mosaic double crochet. Okay, so let's do that. So let me show you again. So yarn over, go into the front loop right here of that purple, yarn over and pull through, then yarn over, pull through. So it's an unfinished double crochet. Now I'm going right behind it into that yellow that I'm just pointing at, the stitch that is technically just hidden behind. Okay, going into the back loop only, right? There we go. Yarn over and pull through, 3 loops on a hook, yarn over and pull through all 3. Okay, so here we go. You can see it in the back. And look, I left this one as a slip stitch. There's a reason I don't use the slip stitch version. Do you see how that yellow peeks through? I don't like it. I really don't, which is why I'm doing it as a single crochet. Okay, it's much cleaner. It actually literally just looks like a single crochet in the back. Okay, that slip stitch shows it. So those are your 2 options you have. Okay, so let's finish up this row. Let me look real quick. I think it's just a single crochet in the back loop only and a regular single crochet. All right, let me cut my yarn. Snip. Okay. And there we go. So this is how it looks like. Okay. Now this is not the full repeat. The repeat goes until row 10. The repeats are from 3 through 10 and columns 2 through 5 in this specific example. Those are the repeats. Okay. So go ahead and do that and then make it into a square, somewhat of a square. How many chains you're going to make, that's up to you. I used here bulky yarn, so obviously it's much bigger than here the cotton worsted yarn. You can see that this is much thinner yarn, right? So obviously the length of it, you know, there's, I don't know how many repeats it is. I think this is a chain of 21, I think. Don't quote me on it. I think my memory says 21. It could be 20. I don't remember right now. But anyways, so this is my bulky version. I just wanted you to see how to do this so that way you can replicate it with this graph here on the left side. Is that making sense? You guys leave a comment down below and let me know if you learned something new. I decided to give you an extra tip here. So remember, here are flaps that we got rid of in this row right here. Look, there's absolutely no flaps at all, even though we used mosaic double crochet. Isn't that cool? Don't like the single crochet version. There's exactly why. Do you see it? It's like a stain. It's like a pin, right? It's like you're stepping right into that one pin. It's like, oh, I don't like it. I might even pull this out later and fix it because I really don't like the look of this one. But anyways, so this is regular overlay mosaic crochet. As you can see, the image is in the front, right? And in the back, it's just stripes pretty much. That's the idea. It's just stripes. Now you can create a totally different look. Okay, you can create a look like this, which is a totally different version of overlay mosaic crochet, where you have the image in the front and you have a completely different image on the back. Okay, you don't have to have the exact same image on the back. Now you need to have a special graph for this. This doesn't work for every graph. Okay, but it does work in mosaic double crochet. That's just a lot of things that most of the time you don't see that. So let me show you another example. Okay, where you have, this one is a great example for a reversible technique. Let me show you. Okay, so this is another graph or another pattern in the ebook. So I want you to pay attention to this purple rectangle right here. Okay, this purple rectangle. So if I now flip this around, this is an illusion blanket, by the way, baby blanket. If I flip this around, watch this purple rectangle right here. Okay, if I flip this around, on the back, it is white. Okay, so what happens is that you have a reversible technique. See, in the back, you don't have the stripes. I mean, yes, there's stripes, but you get the idea. It's not all stripes. You have the picture in the back too, but it's flipped. Do you see how the color is flipped? So again, here it's purple, here it's white. So the image is flipped, okay, in a different color. But you could totally, with this technique right here, okay, you can create it in a way where I could make the strawberry in the back also red instead of white. So there are a few different techniques that you can do as you go through overlay, mosaic crochet, or other techniques. So let me show you something. So this is very important. Little heads up one more time on Instagram. You're going to have to show up on YouTube now if you want to see some stuff because I'm popping up some images. You're not going to see that. Okay, so let me show you here an example, okay? Really quickly here. Well, not quickly. I'm going to focus on this really important feature, okay? So we have, let me actually pop up my link because I know you guys always want the link. So there we go. I'm going to pop up my link right there. I'm going to pop up my little image too because you're like, hey, what are we talking about? Okay, we're talking about the Mosaic Crochet ebook. I'm going to show you some stuff in a second, okay? So here's what we just did. We did the very first point. We did overlay mosaic crochet in rows, okay? We just did in rows. So this is what we did. We made it in rows, okay? So we have stripes in the back. We have the image on the front. That is the regular overlay mosaic crochet, regular. Now you can also make that in rounds. Okay, it's a possibility. You learned that in a mystery crochet along. We talked about rounds, okay? Now, you can also do inset mosaic crochet or Tunisian mosaic crochet. That's also a possibility. Then, there are many different ways on how to do regular overlay mosaic crochet. I showed you a little sneak peek of that just now, didn't I? Okay, because there are a few different techniques on how to do regular overlay mosaic crochet, which you can tell is my favorite because it's much easier than inset. Tunisia's great too, but let's just focus on regular crochet right now, okay? But there's also a way to do reversible in 3 different ways, okay? Let me repeat for a second what I'm talking about because I may be a little bit like, what? Okay, you can do, pay attention to this, okay? I can maybe talk about that a little bit more detail, maybe tomorrow. How do you feel about that? Should we do a little example tomorrow? Should we talk about reversible? You guys leave me a comment down below. Would you like me to talk about all the 3 different ways to do reversible? I can totally do that. Okay, you let me know, okay? So let me talk about them just as a summary, but I can show you tomorrow in crochet if you guys want me to. So number 1 is, as I just showed you, you have the reversible image on the back, but with a different color. So I showed you, excuse me, fell down. I showed you this example just now where on one side, look at the purple rectangle. On one side is the image in one color and the other side it's flipped on the color, okay? That's one of the reversible techniques. There's another reversible technique where the back image is the exact same color as the front image, just mirrored. Same image, just mirrored, exact same color, okay? Now, I wouldn't recommend do that with words or something like that, right? But for images, it will totally work, okay? So that's the second technique. You need additional stitches for that, okay? That's the second technique. And then there's the third technique, which I just showed you as well, is where you have a strawberry, this is an example of this, a strawberry on one side and a totally different image on the other side. So there's 3 reversible mosaic crochet techniques that not a lot of people talk about. Most crocheters or designers talk about the very first version, or you have an image that's mirrored on one side is a different color on the other side, like the mirror colored of the other side. Okay. And then I talk about that there's 2 additional reversible mosaic crochet techniques that you may have never seen before. As I said, I just talked about it, but I can teach you tomorrow. Would you like me to teach you tomorrow? I could teach you tomorrow. Okay, so these are the ones that I talked about right here on this picture, right? Then there's different borders. Speaking of the envelope border, whoever wants the envelope border, okay, you email me and I'll send you the link to the tutorial. I have the envelope border for you separately, okay? Happy to give you that. I personally think it may be too much for a live tutorial because there's too many repeats of the same stitch and it's very boring. Okay, trust me. A video tutorial is much better that's pre-recorded. Believe me. Anyways, and then you can also learn how to make your own graphs, right? So it looks like you all want to see it. Look at you guys. I love all the comments coming in. Yes, reversible. Yet I like this. Mary says reverse us. Just reverse us. Give us it all. She's like, I'm too excited. Just reverse us all. Let's see. Is this going to be a video? Yes, you could totally. This is going to be recorded. Yes, all my live video tutorials are recorded. Okay. So let's talk about this in a visual way. Okay. I know you I was like, wait, what are you talking about? This is like so confusing. You're just talking about, Nikki, I need examples in front of my face. Okay. Let's talk about different patterns. Okay. I just want to show you those patterns. Ignore the price on there. That's the regular price. You ain't paying that. Okay. So let's talk about this. So we have all of these images right here. I want to point out which one is which, that you have an example visually for it. Okay, so number 1 is this one right here. Okay, let me show you this one. Okay, watch the white rectangles on here. They're white, and then I turn it around, and they're purple. You see how it flips? You see that? Even that line. Look at this. Where's the long line? Whoops. I'm just trying to show you here with my finger. Okay, you see that white line right here in the center? Okay, it is purple on the other side. You see it right there? Okay, anyways, this is reversible, okay? It's no stripes in the back. So reversible pattern, that's the first technique that I showed you. This one, well, this one is regular overlay mosaic crochet, but it is done with increases and with a granny square. So this is the mitred, did I say that right? Mitred? I think it's mitred. I always put an L in between my head, but it's not. I always thought it was miltered, but it's not. It's mitred. Granny square pillow, which you can see is arranged in different ways. Let me show you the actual example of it right here. See it? Okay, this is with increases in between. Okay, this is done in rows, and you can assemble it differently if you like. This one is absolutely one of my favorite pillows I ever designed because it looks like a fall pillow. You see that? It's like white with the colors changing, right, from yellow to red and orange in between, some brown for, think about the dirt, right? So it's a nice fall pillow. This one right here is also reversible. I have it right here. Let me show you. Okay, I have a little ladder here on the side, so I have everything lined up. I can just grab it. Okay, see, this is the Japanese knot bag, okay? And the inside is flip-flopped. See, there's no stripes on the inside, so it's reversible, okay? Again, this is the reversible technique. Then we have this blanket. It's going to be hard to show on camera, so I'm going to just leave it like this. This is a blanket. It is stripes in the back. You know what? I do want to show you. I'm too excited for it, so I'm going to show you. So this one, let me hold it properly. Can't see it on camera all the way. See that? That's the blanket, okay? But in the back, it is not reversible. Technically, if you really call it that way, it's reversible, right? Because on the back, it's stripes. You see that? Stripes. And then here's the overlay part. So again, stripes and overlay, okay? So that's regular, but as a granny square. So yes, going out, so there's increases. If you've ever done before, have you done it before? Usually mosaic crochet, I see a lot just in rows and rounds. I don't see a lot of granny squares in mosaic crochet, so I decided to make one. This one, number 5, is one of my absolute favorite patterns. Okay, and you may have seen it yesterday if you watched me. So this one is done with the third reversible technique I was just talking about. You have one image on one side, and you have a totally different image on the other side. How cool is that? Look, you have all these little tiny squares in there, right? So one side is little tiny squares. The other side is this zigzag, whatever you want to call it. Okay, call it zigzag. So then we have another regular, but illusion. I love illusion mosaic crochet. Doesn't illusion patterns look so amazing? Like, I don't know what it is. It's that 3D effect. It makes it look like you made a square when you actually really didn't, right? It's really cool. Anyways, we have regular. You can see the stripes on the inside. You could totally make it reversible. A regular hooded cowl. This one I just showed you, right? We have a pumpkin, of course. You can totally make this in glow in the dark. Can you imagine seeing this in glow in the dark? That would be so much fun. Yes, this is the same graph as this one because I love it so much, so I used it again. Then we have, of course, the well-known, very popular Christmas mosaic crochet blanket, which we have 2 patterns for it, actually. I have the regular and the reversible pattern in there, and that one is over 100 pages long, the entire pattern. Yes, over 100 pages. It's incredible. Just saying. Hello. I'm so glad you guys all here. Yes, please teach us reversible. Oh, is it mitrit? I sound word mitrit. Did I missay it again? Mitrit? Is it mitrit or mitert? I'd never know how to say that. It's a weird word for me in my head. Anyways, let's go to the next section of patterns. Okay, so we also have these ones. This one is done in regular mosaic crochet. Let me see. I think all of them. Yes, the entire row here on the top is regular mosaic crochet. And the bottom is also regular mosaic crochet. That doesn't mean you don't have to be able to do it in reversible. The first 2 reversible techniques you can totally do on your own. You don't need a special graph for it. You can use the exact same graph to do it, okay? Just that you know. Now, the last version that I just talked about for this one and for this one, you need special graphs for it. That's just not going to work. You can't just use a regular graph and turn like one picture into another picture, right? That doesn't work. You have to have a special graph for it. But for the other 2 techniques, you can use a regular graph for it. So just so you know, okay? Then I want to know, by the way, from all of these patterns, which one's your favorite? One of my favorites is this pillow. Isn't that so pretty? I mean, you can make images in mosaic crochet, which is so cool. And you didn't even change colors, right? It's like so amazing. For me, that is mind-boggling. When I first learned about mosaic crochet, I was like, wait, you don't have to change colors? This is like perfect for a beginner to create these incredible pieces of art, right? By just using single crochet, double crochet. I mean, that's so cool. Just saying, right? I need to do more boot cuffs. I mean, boot cuffs look amazing. I don't know what it is about them, but they look cool. This one looks really cool. I'm just saying. Okay. I also love this bag. Looks like a lot of you guys love this rose bag right here, which is super fun. Absolutely love it. So I want to know who's going to make the rose bag. This one. Did you know there's 23 exclusive patterns in this ebook? Just so you know. Okay, let's keep going. I want to show you more. So these ones, there are few reversible patterns or unique patterns in here. We have number 22 is reversible, as you can see. I just got a review from someone saying she made it and she's so excited. She's never made a reversible pattern before. Like right before I went live, she sent me an email, long email. She's like, I did it. I was like so excited. I almost took a screenshot of it, but I only had 1 minute left to go live and I couldn't show you. But I'm like so excited for her. What's her name? Sheila? I don't remember her name. If she's here, let me know. Sheila, was it you who sent me the email? I don't remember who it was. I read the email really fast. I was like, oh, I was so excited for her. Anyways, we also have a hat. We have a pouch. Here's another illusion one. We have fingerless gloves, which I always feel like, oh, the perfect beginner-friendly pattern, right? We have the Tunisian. We have one Tunisian pattern here. I didn't want to overdo it on Tunisian because it's not a Tunisian ebook. It's a mosaic ebook, but I did want to introduce you to Tunisian because you can use Tunisian crochet for mosaic crochet. It's possible, okay? Then we have this beautiful glow-in-the-dark little rectangle. Yes, it's a rectangle, not a square, but you could make it a little bit bigger if you wanted to make it into a square. I personally think it's a great mug rug, so I like my little mug rugs, okay? We have a pin cushion and then an oversized beach bag. Hey, it's still summertime. Make yourself a beach bag. Just saying. By the way, this one is just made from a rectangle, really. So, and then you just sew it together and have a bag. It's super cool. I'm just saying. Yes, it was me. Sheila, my memory was right. Yay. Sheila, I'm so excited for you. Yes, I remember. Yee, I'm so excited now. I'm was like, I was not sure if I remembered the name correctly. But Sheila made this. Oh, I wish I could. I wish you could show us while I'm live, but it's unfortunately it's not possible. You can just only comment. But Sheila, can you post it into the group Crocheting with Nikki later? We would all love to see it and cheer you on and you know, celebrate you for finishing it because it's amazing. Anyways, let's go to the next set. The last set of patterns is in here. Number 31 may not be very obvious, but number 31 is reversible. And it's a storage container. Okay, you guys, it's a gnome. Okay, you can take the hat off and you can hide things inside. I like to hide like candy inside. Don't tell my hubby. But I currently don't have candy in there. Hubby, if you're listening, there's no candy right now in there. But it's a great storage container for candy. Just saying, you hide it in there, right? And the actual body of it is the one that's reversible. So you can have the red on the outside or you have the white on the outside. Just saying. Okay, number 32 is related to this blanket right here. It's that square in the center, right? So if you just want a granny square, right, then that's the one for you, like a small Afghan square. But if you want as a blanket, I have the blanket for you too, okay? Then number 33 is the only inset mosaic crochet pattern I have because I'm not a fan of inset, but I do want to show you how it works. So this one is called the stainless washcloth, which I love. It looks so pretty though. I mean, doesn't it look pretty? We also have another illusion one. You can tell I love the illusion ones, right? I just think they look amazing. We have this flower one, a beautiful basket, and number 32 and 40 use the exact same graph. Huh? So I actually tricked you. It was not just the coaster I taught you. I also taught you how to do the placemat. So technically I gave you two patterns in one here. Just said, you know, obviously this is much bigger than the coaster, but it's the exact same graph. So in case you're interested, right? We also have another bag here and another scarf. I would love to know from you guys which one is your favorite. There are so many patterns. There are 40. Excuse me if I'm touching my nose all the time, but my nose is tickly when there's a lot of light around me, so I'm so sorry. Okay, anyways, there are 40 patterns. Remember, with prizes at the end, so pay attention of what I'm saying. You might be able to answer the question later and win something. Okay, so we have patterns, 40 patterns. You guys let me know which one is your favorite. I'd love to know which one are you going to start with first. But I do want to point one important thing out. So I talked about two important things right now, but the one thing I haven't talked about yet, which is very important to me, and that's the most important thing for me actually, is that it comes with video tutorials. So let me say that again. My ebook comes with 40 patterns, 15 tutorials, written instructions, and 26 video tutorials. Okay, you can't hear it right now, the sound. I removed the sound so I can talk. This is a snippet of one of the video tutorials, okay? So you get video tutorials with it. A regular book or some of the digital versions, actually many digital ebooks don't have video tutorials. Mine always do because I understand that everyone learns differently, okay? So you have patterns in here, written instructions with big font, and you have video tutorials with it that come for, there are for both patterns as well as the written instructions of the 15 tutorials. Let me show you my iPad version because I really want to show you what that actually means. So here's my iPad. You can't really see it's an iPad, but it's an iPad, I promise. Okay, so I have my finger here. Okay, and I'll show you. So I wrote it all out so you can see it. There's different techniques in there. 40 patterns, 15 tutorials, 26 videos. Here's the link up there. Actually, I'm going to pop it into the comments here. That's only going to be visible for Facebook and YouTube, by the way. Okay, so I'm going to pop it into Instagram real quick here too, but I think Instagram, everyone finally jumped over to YouTube, hopefully, because that's where we're at. Anyways, so we have, this is my ebook. Okay, let me show you here. Okay, so I'm swiping through with my finger so you can see. So this is the table of content for all the tutorials, okay? So there are 15 tutorials, including, you know, inset, overlay, different ways of regular versus reversible, with the graphs, front and back, different borders, how to make your own graphs, etc., etc. The entire thing is clickable. I even wrote it up there because sometimes people forget that I say it. It is important. You can click on it, okay? So for example, if I click on this one, let me see, I'm going to click on it. Is it going to let me? Of course, I'm in a different view, so it doesn't let me right now. Wow, come on. It worked earlier. There we go. See, that one worked for a second. I don't know why. So I clicked on one of the patterns just now. See, and just jumped you right to it. And then if you click on the main menu button, you jump right back. See that? So that's really cool. So we have the tutorials right here. We have the patterns over here. Okay, and then here again the images, so you know exactly which pattern is which. Okay, so you can see these are all 40. Look, I numbered them for you, so you know it's 40. I'm not lying to you. Okay, and then we have all of them in images, so you know exactly which one is which. You're like, okay, I don't know which one is which. So let's say you want to do number 14, which we just did, right? Number 14. Okay, I'm going to put this video into the ebook too, so that way people can watch it and also know how to do the coaster, right? Number 14 or 13, right? And then you go back and say, okay, there it is. And then you just click on it. So you're going to click on, let's see if I can do it right now with my finger. I have a big finger. There we go. See, there's the coaster, right? And it jumps you right to it. And then you can jump back to the main menu. Whoop! So it's really cool, right? And I do want to show you really quickly how big the font is. Do you see how big? I don't know if you can tell how big the font is. It's size 14, okay? And then giant graphs, all the video tutorials, you see them? They're linked right there, so you can just tap them. They're also embedded into your profile once you get this downloaded. So everything is very clearly laid out, right? So you can really follow along with images, with graphs, okay, written instructions, lots of tiny images, so you can really see. I was like, wait a second, which one is which stitch? Okay, I'm showing you here, step by step. If I could have broken it up into many pages, but it would have been too long. This entire thing is 250 pages, okay? You see that's all nicely. You can see here the difference between one over the other, right? I have it all there to compare it. We're going to talk about all of these regular stitches and reversible stitches in a second. Oopsie daisy. I clicked on something, right? So you can learn all of these different techniques. So let me jump back. Come on, let me jump back. There we go. Okay, so everything is in big font with video tutorials. Everything is laid out for you in this brand new ebook. 250 pages. You see that number right there? It's 250. I'm not lying. Okay, 250 pages. Okay, for those on Instagram, hop over to YouTube so you can see what I'm talking about, because you can't see it on Instagram. Okay, so YouTube, go to youtube.com/Nikki's Homemade Crafts and then /live, and then you can find it. Anyways, so here's the link up there. You can get it on sale right now, $20 off. I shouldn't even have to do this because it's already 90% off. Like, listen to me, okay? The entire ebook is 90% off already, and I'm adding a $20 coupon code on top of that, okay? The link is right there. The QR code is right there. So I'm going to show you for a second how that looks in reality. If you are printing it out, you don't have to print it out, right? Look how fat it is. Okay, it's a really, really fat book. I printed it out. I added the video tutorial into it so you can make it into your own spiral if you wish. You don't have to print all of it out. You don't. Okay, I actually don't recommend it. If you're working on one pattern, print out one pattern at a time. Okay, I printed it all because I want to show you how much information you are getting from me. Okay, so if you're printing it out, let me show you on my iPad for a second because I want to show some of you guys how to print. Okay, I have here a print option on my iPad. Every computer has a print option. Even your laptop does. Your mobile phone does. Do you see in that center part right there? Where's my finger? Right there it says range. That's where you pick your pages. Pick the pages you want to print out. If you want to print out one page and print one page out, okay? You just have to, for me, I have to move this around to make it exactly the amount of pages I want to print. And then I print it, okay? You don't have to print the entire thing out. No need to, okay? So let's see. Do you guys have any questions? Is Mosaic the same as interlocking? Or are they different? 100% different. 100% different. Mosaic Crochet is not interlocking. However, there might be possibilities for some of you guys to use the graph to do one over the other. I personally think it's very confusing to do interlocking with a mosaic pattern, but it is possible. What you have to understand, what interlocking is, just a little side note in case nobody knows what interlocking is. Interlocking is a combination of filet crochet and mosaic crochet. It's literally two techniques combined together. Okay, what you actually are doing is you're doing filet crochet, but you're doing two projects intermeshed with each other at the same time. You're doing filet crochet, okay? But it looks like Mosaic Crochet in the end. Is that making sense? It looks like Mosaic Crochet, but it's not. It's interlocking, done in filet crochet. It's a whole nother world. It's, in my opinion, it is, for a designer, the hardest patterns to design. The hardest patterns to design, okay? But it is really beautiful. If you know how to do it, then it's amazing. I have some patterns for it. They're exclusive to some of my ebooks, but they're really beautiful. Okay, let's see. Sheila says, hold on. Oh my gosh, I've been scrolling through everything. I know I should. You're amazing. You're amazing. I'm so excited. Okay, I want to show you some, let me move my iPad to the side for a second, and we're going to get into the quizzes in a second. So Instagram, hop over to YouTube so you can be part of the quizzes. Otherwise, it's not going to work. Okay, so let's see. Love the links. Yes, the links. I know they're so important in the tutorials. I personally think every ebook should have video tutorials. Actually, I personally believe every book should have video tutorials, but currently it doesn't exist. People just don't do it that way, okay? My ebooks come with video tutorials. Very important. But I want to show you a couple of reviews I had just coming in, okay? We have, let me actually show both of them. I think I have them back to back. Here we go. We have Jane. She just said that, was it yesterday, I believe? She said, or was it yesterday or just one? I don't remember. Anyways, Jane says, honestly, all of the ebooks I have purchased for crocheting, she's talking about mine in this case because I was talking about mine before. This is the most thorough and explaining in the variety of ways people may learn. That makes me super happy. So she got the ebook. She thinks it's very detailed. I mean, it's 250 pages. How more detailed can you be? Nita says, it is so worth it. I was reading some of the patterns and they are really easy to follow, like the ones for the mystery crochet along. Thank you so much. You're welcome. I'm really excited. Like, seriously, I have another review here. Let me see if I have a short one. Is this a short one? I'm not sure. Let's just read the top one right here. I didn't realize just how many different techniques in Mosaic Crochet there are. Nikki does a fantastic job in explaining how to do them. Thank you, Claudia. I appreciate it very much. There are so many more reviews. I just don't want to overwhelm you with just reviews. So, plus, you see them in the comments right now. Several people already said what they love it. Okay. Look at this. Here's another one. Love the ebook. Looked through it last night. See, I'm not lying. Everyone loves it. Nancy said she's going to get it on Monday. Go get it. I'm so glad. I need to print out the ebook. Yes, I like the 3 exclamation points. I need them all. I love you guys. You guys are amazing. Okay. Now, the one thing I do want to point out is that you have, okay, in this ebook, okay, this ebook right here, there is another thing that I wanted to give you guys, because I always feel like that sometimes you need a little bit more inspiration. Okay. Yes, there are 40 patterns in this. And they come obviously with graphs. So there's more than 40 graphs technically in there, because if you include the tutorials, there's more graphs, obviously. But I always feel like I want to give you a little extra. So here we go. We also have another thing that you can add during your purchase. It's an extra purchase. It's a special deal I'm doing right now where you can get additional 40 graphs, okay? Now, some of the graphs were previously, some, not all, gosh, not. It's just when we spent weeks on creating new graphs for this because I'm so excited for it. Anyways, there are some of them that were in a previous edition of a Mosaic Crochet book. They're not in there anymore, but they are here, okay? And I add additional detailed ones that I'm really, really proud of. Like, we have an excavator down here. We have a truck on the back here. We have houses. We have more swirly things, okay? I like the ones where the swirls go into one another. I don't know if you can see it. It's right below the 40. There's 2 of them. There's like swirly ones, okay? I don't know why I call them swirlies. I like, you know, the Victorian style where there's always these swirls. I love that style. Anyways, we also have a camera here. We have trees, reindeers, flowers, and more geometric shapes. So you can make really anything you want. You can make it reversible. You can make it regular. You can make blankets. You can make cowls. There's so much you can do here with just those graphs. You can even combine them together. So this is an extra purchase during the checkout, a special deal where you can get this for just 15 bucks. I made all these graphs for you, so they're ready to go for you, okay? So look, they're right here, right? I printed it out for you so you can see how big they are. It's very easy to read them. I made the X's really big, so you don't have to worry about that you can't see them, right? In the past, I've had problems where my X's were teeny tiny or skinny. I couldn't really read them, right? Yes, there's a dog there too. We have a fish, we have a turtle, we have a kitty cat. I think I even have paw prints. They're not on here because there's 40 of them and I don't have enough collages on here. It would have been too overwhelming for your face, all right? But anyways, they're all in there. Yes, okay? And again, that table of contents is also clickable, so that way you can easily see everything. Okay, now, are you guys ready for the quizzes? Because I am ready. I've been live for an hour, so I think it's time for the quizzes, okay? Quick reviews here. You cover all the techniques with visuals, written patterns, also large prints, so that who are unable to see regular prints are able to see it better. That's right. I love your little emojis with it. Thank you. And now I forgot your name again. I feel terrible. You're always here. I will remember it next time. Will you remind me again what your name is? Oh my God. Southern Crafty Couponer. I love you, girl. Okay. So we also have Dawn. Your ebooks are amazing, Nikki. Thank you. I love when you guys bring me emojis too. Thank you. Let's see. Dolores says, oh, I didn't get it before. Listen, girl. I had this feeling some of you guys would forget. Look what I did. Okay, I'm really smart. I'm a smart little cookie. Okay, watch me. Okay, I'm gonna show you really quick what I did. So I gotta remove your name for a second. Okay, so I can show you. If you forgot to get the extra graphs, go look down there in a table of content of the ebook. I put a link right there. So just tap it and you can buy it separately. Okay, I'm a smart cookie because I know sometimes you guys forget. It's okay. I don't want to make you miss out. It's not fair. So go get it for yourself if you forgot to buy it during the purchase. Okay, here's the same deal for you. Just because, you know, I'm nice. I want to give it to you. There you go. Ta-da! Let's see. I was going to purchase a pattern for the blanket, but this is way better. Yes, it has everything. So the Christmas blanket is in there too. The entire Christmas blanket is in there. You don't have to buy it separately anymore, okay? You don't have to. Get it all. It's in the entire ebook. Both pattern versions, reversible and regulars, both in there. So go get the ebook. It's a way better deal. Okay, so let's see. I think it's time for quizzes. We're going to do 2 quiz questions real quick, and we have more quizzes tomorrow. So let's do some giveaways. Okay, I need to move my shenanigans to the side. Put everything aside because I want to show you what you have a chance to win. Ta-da! Okay, let's do this. Okay, I need to zoom out though, otherwise you can't see what I'm about to show you. Okay, let me pop up my camera right here. Okay, you have 2 things to win. Number 1, well, not 2 things to win. You win one of them. You have 2 chances of winning something. 2 chances of winning one of the 2. That's a better way to say that. So you have a chance to win either an ebook of your choice. It can be this one if you want it to be, okay? An ebook of your choice. Or if you're in the US, you have a chance to win this box right here. Let me show you what's on the inside. Okay, we have this beautiful bag that says The Crochet Club on it, usually only at a special time, and your TCC members, the Crochet Club TCC, get this box. Okay, this is only special promotion usually that they get it, but here I'm giving it away for anyone. Okay, you don't have to be in the Crochet Club to get it. Now, I recommend you check it out anyways, the Crochet Club, I mean. But you also get this in there, which is a color wheel. We have some stickers. Ooh, they're falling out. Stickers and stitch markers. Where's my little measuring tape? A cute little quiz and random amount of yarn. So sometimes I either put in one gigantic skein that's worth like 2 or 3 skeins together, right? Or I put 2 regular skeins or 3 smaller skeins. You never know what you're going to get, okay? It's literally a surprise. So you have a chance to win either this box, okay, or you have a chance to win an ebook. So now how are you going to win it? Well, we're going to have a quiz question pop up down here. You guys going to answer really quickly, and I'm going to pick a random winner that has the correct answer. 2 quiz questions. Then we're going to have a spinny wheel. I'll show you. Okay, a spinny wheel will decide what you get. Now, only for those in the US, they get a choice of the ebook. If you're outside the US and you land on the yarn box, you get an ebook. Okay, if you're in the US, you have a chance to win the yarn box too. Sounds good? So let's get ready. Okay, I'm ready. Here's the first question, okay? Ready, set, go. What technique will you learn in the ebook? what technique will you learn in an ebook? Go answer really quickly. Go answer. Type it, type it, type it. Type it, type it, type it. Can you type it up really quickly? Okay, I have to keep talking because there's a time delay for everyone. I want to make sure that everyone has a chance to type it up. I'm going to pick a random winner by covering my eyes, okay? A random winner from the comment section, okay? And then we're going to determine what they win. We're really excited, so here we go. Are you guys ready? Come on, keep it up. Come on, give me your comments. Give me your comments. All right, I'm just waiting for a few more people here to comment. Comment down below. There's always, oh, they're all flying in now. Whee! I love it. They're all flying in. Okay, let me remove my question so I can pop up the winner. Okay, I'm going to give you two. Let's count down, and then I'm going to do it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's cover my eyes. And am I in the right area? Yes. Okay, let's go up and down, up and down, up and down. And I'm going to pick a random person. And it's Carmen White. Congratulations, Carmen. I'm so happy for you. Okay, Carmen, let's see what you won. Let's do the little spinny wheel. Let's see. This time it should work. I know it will work. I need to put my face over here. I got to remember this. Okay, there we go. Did it stop? Come on. Oh, it's choppy today. Did you see that? Come on. What's it doing? Well, you landed on an ebook, so congratulations. You just won an ebook. What happened? I've never had that before. I'm going to refresh it for a second, okay? There, but it does see an ebook. So, yay, congratulations. I'm so happy for you. Okay, let's see if I can refresh it, okay, and see if it works better after that. Fingers crossed. Okay, let's move it to the side for a second. Okay, Carmen, you are going to email me. I'll tell you in a second how you can email me so you can get your free ebook. You tell me which ebook. It can be this one. Where's my finger? This one or a totally different one. I have a lot of ebooks, okay? I'll give you the link in an email if you email me, okay? So let's go to question number 2. We have one more winner to go. I'll have to go all the way down. There's so many comments. You guys are amazing. Okay, question number 2. Okay, we have one more question to go, and we have more quizzes happening the next few days, all the way onto Wednesday. So you just have to show up to all lives. I'll show you in a second when I'm going to be live again, so that way you can show up, okay? Question number 2. Ready, set, go. When does the coupon code, did I just write that down? What coupon code expires on 7/24? I totally said that differently. I don't know why. Gotta read. Nikki, you gotta read. You gotta read what it says, not assume it. What coupon code expires 7/24/24? What coupon code? What's the coupon code? Nikki. Anyways, there's the question. The correct question is right there. You guys give me the correct answer, though. What coupon code expires on 7/24/24? You guys tell me. It's on the screen. At least if you're on YouTube and Facebook, you can see it. Okay, it's on the screen. What's the coupon code? What's the coupon code? Okay, there's your bloopers. That's what happens when you go live, right? I can't cut this out. I mean, can't cut it out if you wanted to. I ain't gonna cut it out. I am who I am. Okay, you guys, keep it up. I love when you guys all comment in very much detail. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna remove this so that way you have a couple more seconds to comment. Boop, boop, boop. And then I'm gonna pick a random winner by covering my eyes, okay? And I'm gonna count down. Okay, I'm going to count it down, and that way you guys have another chance to type really quickly. Okay, 4, 5, no, 5, 4. What's going on with me? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, we're going to cover it up. I'm going to scroll, and let's pick a random winner. I'm going up and down, so everyone has a chance. Okay, we have... Oh, those one not... I landed on a spot that didn't have a name. Hold on. I'm going to go back. I scrolled too far. That's what happened. Okay, I'm going back down. I scrolled too far. Okay, here we go. We have Linda Jackson. I literally scrolled too far. I went to the previous answers. That's what happened. Sorry about that. I had to do it again. Okay, Linda Jackson. Correct answer. Mosaic 20, it says up there, okay? I'm really silly right now. This is what happens. I had enough sleep, I promise. Okay. Anyways, Linda, let's see what you want. Let's see if the price we win works this time. Okay, I think that's going to do it. See, it works this time. I don't know what happened. A little glitch happened. Okay, let's see what you want. Let's see what you want. Oh, is it going to be an ebook or a yarn box? It looks like an ebook. It looks like an ebook. Yay! Congratulations. I don't know why I'm going over here. Like, I'm like hiding behind it. Okay. Anyways, congratulations. I'm so happy for you. Hang on. I forgot to do my little kitty cat. Anyway, so let me show you really quickly how you guys can get in contact with me. So both of you guys, okay, please email me, and anyone who has a personal question, private question, you can always email me too. So if you already have this ebook, no worries, you pick a different ebook. You want any ebook, okay? Those two winners, you got any ebook you want, okay? You go to my website, nikkishomemakercrafts.com, click on ebooks, pick a book you want, and then email me and say, Nikki, I would love to have this one, okay? And then I get you access. So that's how it's going to work. Those two winners. Yay! I'm so happy. Okay. So now remember, I'm going to go live again. So let me remove this and I'm going to show you when I'm going live again. It's very important. Okay. I'm going live again tomorrow, on Tuesday and Wednesday. I need you to take a screenshot of it if you don't see it. Okay. I'm going to say it out loud. Monday, the 22nd of July, I'm going live again at 12 o'clock Pacific time. Same time as now. Same time. Okay. Just different day. Let's talk about reversible tomorrow. I'm going to teach you a few different techniques on how to do reversible. We'll make a tiny swatch so you can see all the differences. Okay. And I'm going to show you the different ways of doing reversible. Sounds good? Okay. Then we have Tuesday, the 23rd. We're going to do it at 2 o'clock because at 12 o'clock, I'm going live in my membership. So they're not going to get moved. They're high priority. They are my VIP members. They get first priority. Anyways, we're going live at 2 o'clock on YouTube again. Facebook also. I'll try to do Instagram again. But again, Instagram gets a cutoff. So I have to decide on that later. Anyways, and on Wednesday, just to cover all the time zones, no matter where you are, I'm going to go live on Wednesday the 24th. It's the last day of the sale, okay, at 5 o'clock Pacific time. These are all Pacific times, remember, okay? So add 3 hours for Eastern time, whatever works for you, okay? Just so you know. Now, for those who need the envelope border link, I need you to email me. So let me put my email address really quickly up again. For those who are in the ebook, you already have. For those in the ebook, you have the envelope border. It's in the ebook, okay? For anyone who wants the link separately, hasn't gotten the ebook yet, and wants it immediately, email me, and I'll get you guys the link, okay? That's how it's going to work. Because I personally think the envelope border is not a good one for a live tutorial. It's better for a recorded, so that way you don't see me do literally 40 double crochets in a row before I get to the next section. That's too boring. Trust me. I'll give you the link directly. It's much better for you. Okay. You can do it at your own time, and I can teach you something better in the meantime. Sounds good? Okay. I hope to see you guys all tomorrow again. So quick reminder. Okay. You have this ebook right here that you can get right now at a stellar deal. $20 off brings it down to less than $20. You have a chance on top of that to get this ebook on top of it also, okay, which is an additional purchase that you can also get. So if you wanted to, quick reminder, it's 40 ad-free patterns, 250 pages, okay. You get 15 written instructions as well as video tutorials, 26 video tutorials on top of that. So again, 40 patterns, 15 written instructions, and so all Mosaic Crochet, different ways, inset, overlay, reversible, different ways of doing that, Tunisian, borders, make your own graphs, etc., etc., etc. Okay, and 26 video tutorials on top of that. That's a lot. So go get it for yourself, explore it, enjoy it, and then I'm going to pop the link into the comments just one more time. I think I also pinned it on YouTube too, just in case. So I hope to see you guys back here tomorrow. Sounds good? I'll see you guys then. Bye.